Hello everyone and welcome to Happy Connecting. This is a air signs reading, and that would be for Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius for all the air signs, okay? This is a general read. So we are going to see what spirit would like us to know. A little message for the air signs, okay? Again, that's for Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. So the first card you get is purpose. I know what I am here to do. Okay, I feel like right now some of you don't know what you're here to do. Some of you feel a little bit lost when it comes to that spectrum. And there's nothing wrong with that. Um, it's kind of been a time um, where things have been heavy, the energy's been heavy. We had the Mars and Mercury retrogrades just lift as of January 18th. So, kind of getting back into the swing of things. It felt like everything was really slow moving at the time during those retrogrades. Um, Mars being the planet of action, things were kind of like in slow motion, and then all of a sudden, like overnight, it felt like the energy just sped up and everything went full force, kind of chaotic. Well, we had that Mercury retrograde. And a couple days later, then our retrograde on the 18th went direct, right, for Mercury. So it was like all of a sudden everything just kind of sped up, and it was like kind of going from sleep to full force awake. We were kind of forced out of our comfort zones. Okay, really quick, I had 3 cards pop out. However, I really don't feel like those are for you guys. Sorry, sometimes I take them, sometimes I don't. It depends how I feel about it. To me, it just felt like my hand got lazy and I dropped it. But I always do pre-shuffle pretty well before our reading so that we're not spending too much time doing so. All right, so let's see what this collective reading has for our air signs. All right. Ooh, 7 of Wands. Knight of Swords. 5 of Cups. Okay, we're going to stop there for a moment. I do want to pull a couple more cards, but right now I just want to kind of focus on these first 3. Okay, when you get the 7 of Wands, a lot of times this talks about really kind of protecting yourself, right? And I'll bring that up for you guys to actually look at better here. Okay, so as you can see, a fit and trim young man is holding what appears to be some type of sword, right? I think they call this a blooming hawthorn wand, okay? It's out horizontally in front of his chest. Okay, and that kind of visualizes, or like, looking at this, it seems like he's fighting off a crowd, right? As you see those other 6 wands there. And when this turns up in a reading, it is a notice that you are about to face a challenge, okay? One you will thoroughly enjoy. So it could be a sort of personal test where you take on a challenge just kind of for the fun of it, right? And see how far you can advance your skills. This card kind of shows the use of muscle and movement with restraint and style. So your enthusiasm and ambition and wit will serve you well, okay, when it comes to this card. And it usually comes into a reading because it wants to assure you that you will overcome obstacles and rise above them with style, wit, and humor. And grace, you got to add that grace in there. So, maybe you're looking to do something to pump up your adrenaline, give you some ambition, a challenge, right? Putting your skills to the test, overcoming a mundane obstacle. So, you guys could be facing something that, like maybe you're trying to get better at sewing. Maybe you're trying to get better at singing or dancing or any type of skill or hobby that you really love but you're not that good at. Maybe when you dance, you feel like Elaine from Seinfeld and you are just making all these goofy moves, right? But you're having fun doing it. And it doesn't really matter if you're good at it as long as you're enjoying what you're doing. And the more you do it, the better at it you will become, right? So having some humor and fun while you're learning a new skill. So maybe something you're doing will lead to your purpose. Okay, air signs, maybe you guys are going to get better at something that will lead to your higher purpose. And then when you get the Knight of Swords, okay, this really talks about having no fear. As you can see, he is charging full force ahead. Um, no fear is basically the two words that come to mind when I see this card. Um, it's about excitement, movement, and adventure, okay? It's a need for action. So, a time for you to kind of dive in and maybe even be the hero in a situation. Um, you know, it does show the knight, and we always think of knights as the hero, right? But this court card kind of represents a passionate and exciting young man with brown hair or gray or hazel eyes. So this could actually represent maybe you or somebody stepping into your life or somebody that's already in your life. Um, this is somebody that's capable, an individual who is clever and capable in a crisis. Okay, he's shrewd and dynamic and has razor sharp wit. He may be a bit arrogant, but it's all kind of a part of his charm. So this card of the soldier and the warrior um, is kind of bringing exploration, communication, new ideas, and change. The challenge from the Knight of Swords is to stand up for yourself and your beliefs, okay? Rapid movement and transformation is kind of blowing your way. So hang on, enjoy the ride, and stand up for yourself and defend your position. So maybe you're not doing the greatest with this new found thing you want to try out, right? Maybe you're getting made fun of. Maybe you have this situation where you feel like an idiot because you're trying to do something you think you're good at and you're not. And so now you're embarrassed about it. But stand up and defend yourself. Not everybody's going to be perfect at everything, right? Sorry, I'm going to turn that a little bit for you guys. Okay. And then when you get the Five of Cups, it's like, oh, things didn't go as planned, right? But she's got those two cups still standing out of the five. That shows there's a silver lining there. Not everything is fully gone or didn't turn out the way it was meant to be. It could be that, God had a different plan for you, because had you stayed on the path you were on, maybe it would have led you somewhere disastrous and not so wonderful for yourself. Okay? So when God says no, sometimes it's for a purpose, right? And it could be to lead you to your higher purpose. I really feel like you guys are on this journey right now of kind of finding out who you are more. So let's dive a little deeper with some more tarot and see a little more about this journey or this path that you might be on. So what is it that Spirit wants you guys to know about your higher purpose? Too, sometimes things don't go as planned, rather, because God says, if I take you this direction, everything will play out like it's meant to play out. There's always a reason for everything, right? And sometimes it's hard to find that silver lining in the chaos. But I promise it's there if you look hard enough, okay? So let's see what else we get. What do we need to know about this? Okay, look at that. 10 of Cups. Blissful, happy family. Yeah, so maybe your purpose is to have a family, right? Maybe you are really looking to get into a relationship where you can feel this way every day with somebody who really is kind and accepts you for you, and you don't feel like you're fighting against, this kind of makes me think of like you're with somebody. If we look at this as a love reading, you're kind of like putting yourself out there, right? With this Seven of Wands. You're unsure of how this person's going to react to your dislikes or your goofy behavior or your little quirks, right? Is it going to work out? Just go for it, is the Knight of Swords telling you. And maybe they won't like it at first. Maybe it'll drive them nuts, right? But in the end, they're going to learn to love it about you because you're going to have this bliss. So, yeah, you've got good things coming in. So, even amongst the chaos or the things that didn't go correctly, you still have really good energy coming in. So, don't worry too much. Everything you desire is like on its way. And look at that. Yeah, strength card. Keep your strength, hold your position because whatever you're aiming to do for your higher purpose, you will get there. But just you got to keep that strength. You got to keep being strong or trying and trying again. And that goes beautifully with that Knight of Swords just jumping in there, right? What else? One more. Okay, Four Cups. Yeah, you're bored. You're sick of what's going on. I'm really sorry that like doesn't want to. Sometimes when I there we go. Sometimes when I move back a little bit and focus is better. Okay, so yeah, you're kind of bored with the whole situation, the mundane. Everything's kind of just like blah. So you need to look for that excitement from the first card we got. The I'm sorry, Seven of Wands. You definitely need to just jump in there and go for it. Don't be scared. Okay? You're tired of everyday life. You need a better purpose. You need to follow your path. You want to get on that path. How do we get there? Okay, let's find out with some of the native spirit cards. Let's see how you guys can kind of get where you're headed. Okay, so yeah, have strength, have courage. Don't be afraid to jump in with both feet. That's kind of how I feel this reading's playing out. Whatever the situation is, know it's for a reason. Know it's for your purpose. Everything happens for a reason, and it's leading you to that path of that for that happy, blissful situation that comes from the Ten of Cups. All right. And everybody that watches me knows I pre-shuffle my decks, so we don't have to spend too much time doing that on camera. All right. What do we get? Ooh, White Buffalo. That's a pretty great card to get. I'm trying to get it in there for you guys. Alrighty. Stay there, little buddy. We'll turn it a little bit. There we go. All right. Now, when you get the White Buffalo card, this is about abundance and security. They're flowing into your life, or they will be. If it's not already, those things are going to be flowing in. And when you get that Ten of Cups, that's kind of telling you, like, yeah, the security is coming, right? All things are possible, balance and harmony. You may be called upon to stand up for others. And you know, but you can do this because you have the support and blessings of the spiritual realm. That's what this card signifies. And, it's like your native spirits want you to know that in Native American traditions, there are prophecies about the coming of the white buffalo, especially among like the Lakota, Dakota, and Nakota of the Sioux tribes. There's a legend that the white buffalo calf woman, it's a mystical being, that she came to people a very long time ago when they were out of balance. And so she gifted the people with a sacred bundle containing the white buffalo calf pipe to help restore the balance. So upon leaving, the white buffalo calf woman prophesied that she will return at the end of at the end of an age, right? And that she will appear as a white buffalo calf. So in recent times, white buffalo calves have been born, leading many to believe that it's the beginning of a new time. So it's kind of like the new moon of buffalo, right? Or the new moon of the natives and how they see that as like a new path. When when this card kind of comes into your reading, it's like an honor. It speaks of miracles and balance in all things, okay? You're channeling for the greater forces of the universe and probably for your purpose, your greater purpose. With the help of your ancestors and your spiritual team, all is possible, but without it, things can be a struggle. So, surrender to support from the Great Spirit or from your higher realm, the spiritual team, right? You do not have to do everything alone, and they are definitely there with you. So that is a beautiful message and great card to get. So yeah, look at you've got help. You're gonna be guided. Definitely guided. Let's jump in with some of the Vision of the Soul cards and see what else does Spirit want you to know about this journey you're on for purpose. Air signs, you definitely have this fun like way about you. I feel like many of you are like really fun and you're just tired of the way life has been lately and you're looking for something higher. You're looking for something deep or meaningful and also more fun. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys have this fun, quirky personality. You're jokesters. You love to play. You love to have fun. And lately everything has seemed so serious, so mundane, and it's like I'm looking for something more. And that could be your higher calling, your purpose, right? So let's see what else Spirit has to tell you about this whole journey you're on. All right. Ooh, Sandalfin. Okay, the Sandalfin number 15. All right, we're going to put that little baby right there, and I hope she stays. Oh, there you go. All right. Now, this is number 15, okay, in the deck. And when you get this, well, that would be a 6 in numerology, and we'll get to that in a tiny bit. But this is about feminine balance, earth activation, courage, the tree of life, sustainability, okay? This card comes usually to give you courage to your feminine aspects, whether you're male or female. Awakening, your warrior goddess within, a warrior who is guided through the heart, right? This card, she urges you to awaken your understanding of how you're connected to the earth and to the universe, to your to find your higher purpose. That really goes beautifully together. You know, the life force of earth not only runs through your body, but it supports your external world as well. So, which in turn supports your physical being. So it's like a time to discard anything that doesn't, serve your higher good anymore. So she's really coming in, to ask you, how can you change how you live daily in ways that will bring your life into alignment and more sustainability, right? Where can you let go of stuff that no longer serves you? That release and clutter changes your beliefs and habits and your way of living. So the earth, excuse me, the earth is your home, and it's time to do something serious, like serious housekeeping, right? Like a major spring cleaning. You're a guardian of the earth, whether you think so or not. You're part of this universe. You have a purpose. And sometimes you just don't feel like you know what that is. But it's time to fully step up into the role of what needs to be done in order to help you gain what it is you're looking for. So follow your heart, follow your soul, because, they won't lead you wrong if you follow your intuition. I mean, it's hard sometimes to get in tune and in touch with your intuition, but if you meditate or you try to find ways to deepen your connection with the universe or with God or your angels or whomever you choose, you will get answers and you will start to see those synchronicities, okay, earth signs. Now I want to pop in with some of the self-oracle deck here, and let's see what is it that could help you to get rid of the mundane. Like, what do you need to work on? What can we do to have more fun, liven up our lives, find that purpose? Okay, cutting the deck. Oh, upside down. Break free. Yeah. Stay that free spirit that you might be, because I feel like many of you are. It's really important to not be held back by boundaries when it comes to finding your purpose. You have to be able to dream a little bit and not be like too serious, because you definitely don't want to. I mean, you don't want to make it boring, obviously, when you're trying to find what path you're headed down. But also, you need to follow your heart and your intuition and your instinct. What feels like it's constantly calling to you? For me, it was not only have I been a caregiver, I was a certified nursing assistant for 14 years. It's always been my calling to help other people. And the one thing that I found out when I was trying to get on my path was what really just wouldn't go away for me. Like, not only did I want to be a caregiver, which I still do today, but what did I what did I keep coming back to as an interest that felt like it was more meaningful than just being a hobby? And it was my mediumship. I really embraced my mediumship in 2017, like hardcore. I always had it. I was born with my gifts, but I always kind of pushed it aside, like, well, what am I going to do with that? You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, it's just like one day I give a reading to a really great friend of mine, which I have known for like 20 some years, but I didn't know many other things about her. Like, we were acquaintances, and friends, and we would just talk on like a very simple basis. We don't live near each other, but we would occasionally see each other and talk very minimally. We had one of her family members was a friend of mine, and so I really just did not know much about her and her family, only from what her cousin had told me about his family. So, like his mom, his dad, but I really didn't know anything past that. So one day I give her this reading and she's like, I've known you all these years. How didn't I know you could do this? I didn't know you were a medium. And I told her things about her mother even she didn't know. And she had to go ask her mom's boyfriend who was still living. And he's like, yeah, she's got this little, I told her, I'm like, she's got this little bag that she keeps her lottery tickets in. And it's black with a gold zipper. And she was like, really? And she's like, I don't even know about that. Well, then, yeah, she asked him, and yeah, I was right. I mean, silly little things like that. But I gave her this reading, and it lasted 2 hours. It was the longest reading to date that I've ever had. Her mother came through so strong, and it was just like I had to fill her with all this information. And once I did, my friend said, listen, you really should be doing this for a living. You should be out there doing this for other people because you're really good at it. And I'm like, well, it's not that I'm good at it. I was just handed this gift from God, which I'm grateful for now, because my purpose is to help give closure to people who need it. I love to give my medium readings and help people connect with those they lost on the other side. I love to bring you these messages. So this is how this all came about for me. So breaking free from what other people think you should or shouldn't be doing, or what basically what I'm saying is you don't always have to follow the rules of society. Break free and do your own thing. Follow your heart. What feels right to you? What's always calling to you to come back to doing? Like, for me, it was my mediumship. No matter how much I tried to get away from it, it just still was always there. So I figured, let's embrace this gift. Let's embrace this feeling. Let's go for it. It can't hurt, right? And here I am. So I love it. I love doing this for you guys on YouTube. I love, excuse me, having my website, my group page. It's very fulfilling for me. For me, that's my purpose. It's to help other people. And some of you know your purpose, but you're kind of lost in it. Like you don't know how to take it any further. That's what this reading's about. It wants to show you how to get there. What are the things you can work on? What are the things you need to know? And for our final message, I want to pull an Archangel Michael card. And let's see what the angels have to say. Okay. Excuse me. I don't know what's up with my throat all of a sudden. But during this reading, it's like maybe you guys have to clear your throat chakras and really just speak your piece. Maybe you have somebody in your circle who's kind of like, oh, don't do that. You know, that'd be a crappy living. Or don't try to start this company. You'll never succeed. Or maybe you've got somebody in your corner. We got a jumper. We're going to take it, but we're going to also take one that I pick as well with the deck. Don't listen to them, okay? Speak up for yourself. Definitely follow your own intuition, your heart, and it will lead you where you need to go, okay? And look for those synchronicities and signs, the repeating numbers, the commercial that keeps playing, the license plate in front of you with a little message. All those things that you miss sometimes on a daily basis. Once you're awake and that veil has lifted, you won't believe how many things you notice that make sense trying to tell you a message from the other side, from your spiritual team. Oops, pardon me. I almost knocked you guys over. Okay, so this is the one I'm pulling, and then I've got the jumper in my hand. Okay, detach from the situation. Yeah, that's exactly it. Break free. You don't have to live within society's rules, right? This is 2023. Almost anything goes nowadays. As long as you're not hurting anybody, you know, what does it matter, right? You're not breaking any laws by following your purpose, hopefully, right? You don't want to say, oh, I always wanted to be a bank robber, so let's follow that purpose. No, that isn't a purpose. That's a jail sentence. Okay, but you know what I'm aiming at here. So, Archangel Michael, I ask you to use your flaming sword to cut any attachments to fear or drama so that I may be centered in the knowingness that peace is everywhere within me and this situation. Yeah, that is a beautiful message. I love that. That goes great with what we're talking about. And here's your jumper. Have confidence. See? There you go. You can do anything you set your mind to. So this goes really, we're going to move these for a minute. This goes really much, that didn't even make sense the way I said it, but you know what I'm getting at. I'm excited now. This goes back to the Seven of Wands and the Knight of Swords. Jump in with both feet. Don't worry how silly you look. Don't worry what other people think. Don't worry about the rules and laws of society, right? What society says, oh, you have to be a size 5, right? No, you don't. You be whatever size fits you, because this card right here is saying have confidence and follow your dreams. It says on the bottom, Archangel Michael, please lend me your courage and fortitude. Help me realize that I am one with all that is divine wisdom, strength, love, creativity, abundance, and health. Allow me to feel confident and peaceful about myself in all ways. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. The angels even are letting you know. Archangel Michael's saying you can do this. Whatever you set your mind to, fight off society, right? Don't care what they say, because this is your purpose. You're the author. This is your life. You write the story. You write the next chapter. Knight of Swords, jumping in with both feet. Go after what you want. You can do this, okay? No dream. Nobody's dream. Okay, listen. I don't even know how to say this correctly. I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm just so excited for you guys. If we didn't have somebody who dreamt up electricity, we'd all be sitting in the dark with candles right now, right? If we didn't have somebody that dreamt up candles, we wouldn't be sitting with any light. So think of it that way. You cannot have a dream that is too small or too big. whatever your purpose is, whatever you feel is necessary for your soul, go for it. Please go for it. Don't ever stop, because nothing in this world would have been created by man if somebody didn't start with a dream. So that's my message to you guys. Air signs, you are going to have a beautiful journey soon. Just stay focused, follow your heart, find the strength, keep going, don't give up, because there is a beautiful ending for you guys. It's just, you're going to be so confident, you're going to find your purpose, your new meaning. I feel like this is a year for you guys to really do that. So stay focused, stay strong, and look for those synchronicities and signs. It doesn't hurt. So I really thank you guys for stepping in. I meant to say stopping by. And I'm so excited. I'm flustered for you guys. Like, this is just a beautiful reading, and I'm so happy that it was a good one. So air signs, those are your messages, and I thank you so much for stopping by. As always, happy connecting.